The fingerboard, how are we doing on time? The neck is here for structure. The necks are usually made out of mahogany, and basically what you cut these out with a draw knife. You have a knife that you just take a slab of mahogany, and I usually glue 2 or 3 pieces of mahogany together. Take a draw knife and you carve this out, and glue a piece of rosewood scrap to the top of it to get a rough form. This is called the truss rod. In case you guys ever wonder what a truss rod looks like, this is what a truss rod looks like. And it goes into this channel in the guitar like this. And this provides the strength, for the guitar. So what happens is the guitar, the strings are on here. You have 600 pounds of pressure pushing up on the end of this guitar, on the end of the neck. And so as you turn this is the adjustment. As you turn this, what it does is it compresses this piece of steel and makes it move into an inverted bow, sort of like an upside down U. Not that dramatic, of course, but it puts the pressure against the wood so that it offsets the 600 pounds of pressure from the strings, and it winds up making it stay straight. And so you want this to be absolutely, perfectly, 100% totally straight when you build it. And then you use this to offset the string pressure to keep it straight. Then the fingerboard is a piece of Madagascar ebony. This is how I buy them. It's just a piece of ebony. It has nothing to do with the sound that I know of, or very, very little. It fits onto on the fingerboard, sort of like this. And I can't resist making them decorative, so I always inlay them. Here's the one that I've just finished, and you can see that. This is luthiers have a tradition of making something called the Tree of Life. It looks a lot different than this. I call my design the Vine of Despair. It has a little flower everywhere there's supposed to be a dot. A lot of times the owners don't figure that out for a couple of years, but there's 2 dots on the 12th fret, one on the 9th and 2 on the 7th, and whatever. Little flower everywhere there's supposed to be a dot. And the way you do that is I buy pearl. This is abalone pearl. These are called hearts. In the middle of an abalone shell, this is after the creature has been killed for food. They take the scrap shells and they cut them into slices like this. And right there in the middle of it, where that little circle is, that's where an oyster would grow. A pearl would grow. And it's called abalone hearts. These are about $65, $70 an ounce. So they're pretty light. You can get quite a few of them.
You don't get pearls and abalones, right?
Whatever. But this is. I know. Oysters. I know it's oysters, Charlie. But in an abalone, they have this one a grain of sand, as I understand it.
All right.
Has landed there, and it made an irritation point. And right there, where that irritation point happens, is where the same thing happens on an oyster, only it turns into a pearl. But it's an irritation point, and right there at the center. That's my understanding. But I'm not in the abalone farm business, so I don't know. But these come from Java, with a Java Sea, and they dive down and get them and harvest them from that. You cut these things out with you cut the design out with a tiny jeweler's saw like this, and you cut them into pieces like that. That's the design that you want, and then you inlay it into the fingerboard by taking basically dental tools, and you drill out the hole that the inlay is going to set into. That's kind of how it works. And this takes a lot of time. It probably takes about, 30 minutes to do each piece. It takes a long time to get the fingerboard right. And then when it's all done, I always inlay the peg head. This is the peg head. This is what is going to go. This one's going to go on. And I have a little I have a little sort of logo of sorts that I put at the top with my initials on it. And so when this goes on there, it'll basically look like that, if you can see it. It'll be real pretty, real gaudy when it's done. Then when the whole thing's put together, it looks like the neck looks like this, basically. And then, well, and then I haven't tried this at home, but I'm sure it'll work. This goes down through there, and I haven't cut this. Let's cut this slide. If you pry it through there real hard, I won't do it, I'll break it. But it goes down through there, the neck joint goes into there, and then basically the guitar becomes one piece when it's all done like that.